Greetings and salutations from the Adventure Spot.
Welcome to Santa Claus, Indiana,
and a wonderful holiday world. Woo!
Holiday World in Santa Claus, Indiana is known as the nation's first theme park. It opened on August 3rd, 1946 because a local industrialist noticed that children were disappointed when they found out that there was no Santa in Santa Claus, Indiana. At this time, the park was known as Santa Claus Land. Over the decades, the park has grown. It started with a toy shop, restaurant, children's rides, and of course, Santa. It now has 4 coasters: the Raven, the Legend, the Voyage, and Thunderbird, each unique and thrilling. A water park has also been added and continues to add groundbreaking water rides. Over 75 years old now, the park has won numerous awards and remains a favorite for enthusiasts.
So we're here. It's a beautiful Friday, Memorial Day weekend. And just really looking forward to this. It's been a few years.
Oh my gosh.
This is our second time here. And
our first time vlogging it.
Yeah. And the Voyage is one of my favorite roller coasters.
But they have done some work on it since we were here last.
The Gravity Group has done some retracking on it.
So I expect it to go from being from being awesome to being really awesome.
So one of the neat things about Holiday World is just, all the holidays. So right now, we were in Christmas. Now
Village?
Christmas Village, I think. Yeah. Now we're
4th of July.
4th of July. And just, it's like all patriotic in this area.
Yes.
It's really neat. And we're on
going to head to Thanksgiving,
which is where the Voyage is.
Yes.
We have to do it. So this is my favorite ride here, I believe. You can see the retracking that the Gravity Group did. We just got off the Voyage.
So we rode second to back row, last car, which is as comparable to the Beast as we can get.
Right.
Because the Beast has 3 rows per car. So, and this has 2.
So my thoughts, it was definitely, I think, more intense in the back, but at the same time,
but not in a great way.
Yeah, it was a little more vibrating than I was hoping.
It was very vibrating.
And I know it's a wooden coaster, it's supposed to be, but
I mean,
I know 3 years ago when we rode in the front seat, it seemed smoother and not quite as vibrating.
So, but the Beast in the front row is very vibrating.
Right.
So, I mean, as a back row ride, or almost back row ride, Beast wins this one hands
I would
down.
agree. Yeah.
Which I'm kind of relieved. But we're gonna have to test front row.
Yeah, we're gonna ride front row
because
later today probably.
First time we ever rode this was front row.
Yeah, we loved
and
it.
I screamed bloody murder. This in the back, I was just like, and I wasn't screaming a whole lot because I was just, and I have a feeling that's gonna make the cut into the video. So yeah, just my opinion.
We'll see what happens.
First of all, SPF 50. Ready and available for anyone who needs it. So wear your sunscreen. And then we have a huge selection of drinks, including some Gatorade if you need it. 2 different. So, keep hydrated, keep sunscreen on.
And
these are all free, which is insane.
Free parking and free soft drinks and free sunscreen.
So what should I get?
We just got off of Thunderbird. Great ride. Still my favorite wing coaster.
And it's absolutely, I will agree, favorite wing, but also favorite launched wing. But
it's the
that
only
could
one in
be,
America,
yeah. I mean, come on. It has everything. It has leg choppers. It has head choppers. It has inversions. It has a launch. I mean, what more could you ask for in a winged coaster? Except you know, maybe some keyholes, but you know, it's got some stuff that works just as well.
Great ride, highly recommend.
Yeah.
If you're here.
Absolutely.
There's no wait for Crow's Nest, so we're gonna go ahead and ride that next.
He's gonna ride a spinny ride with me.
So we are back in the 4th of July area, and we're gonna try the Alamo for lunch. We're having lunch at the Alamo, and we both got a burrito bowl with steak, a few different toppings. I got pico and lettuce and tomato and cheese and sour cream, and
I went dairy and gluten-free. I was gonna go with the tacos, but they only had flour tortillas. So, but I have steak, lettuce, pico, and mild salsa. So. It's not bad.
kind of like Chipotle, or
Not as good,
not as good as Chipotle. Okay.
but not bad. And it's a little different for a theme park.
Right.
So
We just got off of Liberty Launch. Nice ride.
it's fun. It's
And
fast.
It's
quick.
Becca's introduction to the launch/drop towers.
Yes, and it's a good intro. It's not super high, and because it shoots you up rather than dropping you, I think it's a little less scary, at least for me. But
You weren't quite expecting the
airtime at the top. The ride stopped moving, and I kept going, and I'm He got a kick out of it though.
but it's a nice introduction
Yeah,
for
yeah.
people that aren't sure about drop towers.
Yeah, or
launch
kids,
towers.
or
Right.
yeah, or me. It's good for me.
We're about ready to enter Halloween. Our next coaster is going to be the Legend. We just got off the Legend.
You go
And-
first.
So we sat in the second row. I couldn't really remember the layout from 3 years ago when we rode it. It was fun. It was a little bit jerky from time to time, but that's to be expected on a
Yeah,
wooden
wooden
roller
roller,
coaster. Becca had, I was on the left side of the seat, Becca was on the right.
Yeah. So the way there's a divider between the right and the left seat, but it is not a full divider. It's actually sort of U-shaped, so that it's open between the seat and the top of the armrest. And every time we went around a curve, it would throw me into that thing, and I swear I now have a bruise across my upper leg, the side of my leg and my hip, from where that thing, I just kept getting slammed into it. That was not fun. I love the layout of the ride, but it was kind of painful.
So we are going to actually take a show, or watch a show, a diving show that's starting here in a few minutes. Guess what it's called?
What's it called?
Dive.
What an awesome Brandy bag from Ryland. There he goes. Ladies and gentlemen, the hottest person in holiday world, Mr. Manning. Present to you the mascot. What a nicely executed mascot. Hold your applause. Let's make sure he's all right.
Our next ride is going to be on the Raven. We just got off the Raven.
Yes, we did.
Thoughts?
I like it so much better than the Legend. It's a smoother ride, and even though there go the roller skaters again, they were so much fun. Even though it has the same seat divider, it was so much more comfortable of a ride.
Of course, she did sit. Becca did sit on the left, so maybe that.
I don't. I mean, did you get thrown?
Well, I did a little bit, but it didn't bother me.
But you weren't like getting thrown into
No, I
it.
don't think so.
Yeah, I would say that the Raven is probably a really good step up for your kids who are ready to try something a little bit more hilly and curvy and you know, a little more intense than the kids ride. So maybe that's why I liked it. It was a step up from the kids rides. But I just thought it was a much more comfortable ride, and I thought it was fun, and at one point you go past the water and it's pretty. So that's me.
We stopped for a funnel cake in 4th of July area, right?
Yes, because this is Freedom Funnel Cakes. We are at Freedom Funnel Cakes. And
Don't say
nothing
that.
says freedom like a
I
funnel
was gonna
cake.
say, don't try saying that 5 times fast.
Freedom Funnel Cake, Freedom Funnel Cake, Freedom Funnel Cake, Freedom Funnel Cake, Freedom Funnel Cake.
Oh, not bad.
Hey!
So we got the strawberry cheesecake funnel cake. It has the funnel cake, obviously, cheesecake
Cake.
bites, whipped cream, strawberry topping.
And that looks like a cream cheese whipped cream, maybe. It
Maybe.
doesn't look
I'm
like
not sure.
regular whipped cream. Hold on. So I shouldn't have gluten. I shouldn't have dairy. I'm not allergic or anything. I just shouldn't. But this is worth it. I will not regret this.
So we're gonna take one more ride on the Voyage before we call it a day. We're gonna sit in the front row this time.
I love that sound.
We just got off our second ride on Voyage for the day. We sat in the front row this time, and we both agreed that it's a front row
Way
ride.
better than the back row.
Yeah.
You might lose some intensity from being in the front, but you're not going from, you know, massive forces to no forces. It's still intense, but it's a much better ride in the front. It's much more comfortable. I did notice they have the same kind of seat dividers as the other two wooden coasters, but on this one there were a couple of points where I could feel it, and again, I was on the right side. There were a couple of points where I could feel it digging in, but it was still much, much better than Legend. But for me, the front row is fun on this one because you see everything coming.
Yeah.
And it's kind of fun. I mean, to me, some rides you like to be surprised. This one, it's just so cool to see it all coming, you know, in the tunnel.
It's a fun one.
But I'm still gonna say, I think Beast is my favorite. I think this is an amazing ride. No two ways about it. It's an amazing ride.
That Beast in row 17 is your favorite?
It's my favorite. This is like a 4.9 out of 5, and Beast is a 5. And y'all know I don't rank rides, except when I do.
Okay.
But that's what I would say. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
So I believe we're gonna head home,
Yes, please.
call it a day, and
These dogs are barking.
we'll be back tomorrow for Splash and Safari, and after that possibly more
Who
of
knows?
Holiday World. So
We
just play
have
by
no
ear.
idea.
So until then, thanks for watching, and we will see
See you on
in
our
our
next adventure.